This is my custom project named Fruit Collector. In this game, fruit is collected in the basket like this. Here, fruit falls from the top of the screen and collected in the basket. The life of the Now, in the program, I had defined the player moving speed, that is basket moving speed. A structure is made to store player data, that is player sprite of the player, score of the player of integer data type, and life of the player of double data type. These all are the signature of the function which I have declared with definition in the player.cpp file. Here, two variables of data type integer position x and position y are declared, which tell the initial position of the basket. Here, a new player name function of data type custom data type player underscore data is made, which initialize the player, that is the basket, on the screen and set the initial position of the basket. These two functions, sprite set x, inbuilt function sprite set y, set the position of the basket. Draw player is a procedure made to draw the player, that is the basket, on the screen using inbuilt function draw sprite. Update player is a procedure made to update the basket using update sprite, inbuilt, again an inbuilt procedure. Handle input, a procedure made to handle the basket input. If user press the left key or the mouse left button, then it will move the basket toward the left of the screen, and this if condition is to check that basket should not exceed the boundary limits. Similarly, with mouse right button and with right key, basket move toward the right of the screen, and then this if condition is used to check whether it should not move exceed the boundary limit toward the right side of the screen. Fruit.h. In the fruit.h, I had declared enum name fruit underscore kind, which is again an custom data type, in which all the name of fruit in string link with the integer, that is 0, 1, 2, and 3. Here structure name fruit underscore data is made to store the fruit data, that is its sprite and its kind. These all are the signature of the function. Home definition are in the fruit.cpp file. Now in the fruit.cpp file, function fruit underscore bitmap of data type bitmap is made, in which switch case is used to draw the different fruits on the screen. Here to initialize new fruit, and function is made of data type fruit underscore data, in which randomly an integer is chosen by the system and it is static cast, and by doing static cast it is converted into the fruit kind and stored in the kind of fruit, and we have created a sprite of that fruit on the screen. It will set the initial position of the fruits, and it will set the velocity along the y direction of the fruit. Draw fruit is used to draw the sprite of that fruit, and update fruit is used to update the sprite of that fruit. Fruit collector.h, in which both the file, that is fruit and player, are linked together. Here a game data name structure is defined in which player variable player of data type player underscore data and variable fruit of data type fruit underscore data. Sorry, this is not variable, this is a vector variable data type fruit underscore data. Here vector of this declared. Now signature of all this function which I have declared in fruit collector.cpp file. New game to initialize the basket. It is new player on the screen. Update game is used to update the game. Add the fruit if the random is less than 0.03. We know random gave us value from 0 to 1 in between it. Check down, check collision, all are the procedure made below. For loop to update all the fruit in the vector. Update player to update the basket. Update the player. Draw game to draw all the fruits using for loop. Draw player, draw the player, and draw head up display is used to draw HUD. Refreshing the screen. Add fruit. In add fruit using vector pushback method, we are adding the fruits. Check collision in which using for loop and inbuilt function sprite underscore collision, we are checking the collision between all the fruits and the sprites, and on the basis of it we are applying the effect and removing the fruit and increasing the score of the player. Now check down is again another procedure in which checking if the fruit fall on the bottom of the screen, then remove that fruit and decrease the life of player by 1 and play and sound effect. Apply fruit is used to apply the sound effect when fruit is collected, and remove fruit is used to remove the fruit from the vector. Draw HUD, drawing the HUD in which heart, empty bar, life bar, stone, score to draw the score of the player. And now comes here main program in which loaded all the resources. Int main, open the window of this dimension, name fruit collector, call the procedure load resources to load the all resources, draw a bitmap start to show the start of the game and refresh screen, delay 2 seconds, initialize the game data variable declared and initialized using new game procedure, while loop not quit requested, the while loop till not quit requested on screen, process event to take the handle the input, take the input from the user, handle input to adjust player input, update player using update game, we will update player and fruit, draw bitmap, drawing the background using this function in build procedure, drawing the game. Here we are checking that if game player life becomes 0, then close the game, close that window, and here we are drawing another window on which drawing the bitmap, that is game over, fresh screen and delay for 5 seconds.